the relationships between, well, all dualities, all opposites. Do you know that there's so much going on within yourself that you need to actually create a healthy balance, or a healthy balanced relationship within yourself as one? We've got masculine and feminine energies going on in there. One minute you're all caring and nurturing, the next minute you're all assertive and determined and driven. And then there's obviously the relationship between the highs and the lows, the good and the bad. I mean, we were brought up with that kind of vision of an angel on one shoulder and a demon on the other. So a lot of it points to not really choosing a side, but finding the healthy balance between the two. You know, it's like the light work and the dark work. The whole talk of like spiritual journeys and healing. It's not all light. It's not all happiness and butterflies and hippie stuff. You've got to do some serious work on the darker sides, the thoughts, the fears, the doubts. So in terms of even just having to create a healthy balance within the body and the self, you've got to think that extends outwards as well. So we've got to learn how to create harmonious relationships with others, whether it's part of a partnership, a relationship, a friendship, all of them. And in order to do this, there needs to be a lot of sitting on the fence. I've always sat on the fence. People used to take the mick out of me because of it. Can't sit on the fence, Angie, pick a side. Yeah, well, who says? Who says I have to pick any side? Who says which side is right and which side is wrong? Like, who determines that? Because the only way you start conflicts is when you're going out of your way to try and make one person right, which means the other person is ultimately going to be wrong. And why can't we just see all the points of view and still just believe what we believe? So yeah, when it comes to relationships with others, you've got to meet each other halfway. Yeah, they talk about both of you putting something into it, but I mean, it goes deeper, it goes beyond that. You two have to become one, and in order to do that, you can't lose yourself, but at the same time, you need to embrace and accept the other person as well. Sometimes there's too many demands on people in relationships, too many pressures and far too many expectations. And I get it. It comes from a place of fear. We just want to be loved. I want to be loved. I understand. I get it. But at what expense? Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to bow down and see somebody else's point of view as more important than mine, but at the same time, I'm not going to be so stubborn and fixed in my own point of view and belief. And so just like you have to do that inner work in order to come together within yourself, create harmony and be one, feel whole, you have to do that same work with people outside of yourself that you want to have deep, meaningful relationships with. So you have to go into it quite open, very open-minded, and no expectations really. Just see them, hear them, and try your best to understand their point of view. You don't have to dismiss it. If you disagree, that's fine. Disagree and tell them why. Tell them your point of view. But at the same time, it's fine to agree to disagree without having to shut somebody down. But yeah, I think today's lesson is paying that little bit more attention to the harmonious relationships I am building within myself and I am building with other people. And yeah, it's worth a bit of consideration. So harmony and balance is today's message.